the Batman, a mysterious and adventurous figure fighting for righteousness and apprehending the wrongdoer in his lone battle against the evil forces of society. His identity remains unknown.
Drop the bag.
What if I don't?
Parking fee, quotas,
The home of Police Commissioner James Gordon, who at this very moment is entertaining his young socialite friend, Bruce Wayne.
we apply those resources to the crime-busting business now.
Say, Jim, anything exciting happening these days?
No, but this fellow they call the Batman puzzles me.
I'm sorry, the what?
We found a petty crook tied to a lamppost.
I see, some kind of performance artist.
A desperate dime store thief claims some gigantic black-winged monster flew in from the night sky, attacked him, and left him for dead.
The man's obviously a drunk, so why even humor the bum?
Because whoever tied him up left a note.
Who knew Bela Lugosi could be so considerate?
In all seriousness, Bruce, it's probably just some costumed fruit who's read one pulp too many.
I believe it, but who really knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
I ask myself that every day.
The shadow knows.
Of course, how very funny.
Sorry, Pop, I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Oh, not at all. You know Mr. Wayne, don't you?
I think I'd remember him.
Bruce, this is my daughter, Bob.
A genuine pleasure.
He's just returned from a sojourn in the Orient.
Oh my... You're Bruce Wayne! From all the magazines. You're practically a movie star.
Hardly. I'm afraid I'm not much at pretending.
She's about to graduate, you know. Barbara is top of her class.
Daddy, please.
Don't sweat it. Your father has every right to be proud of you.
Honey, would you please offer our guest a drink?
Of course. What can I get you, Mr. Wayne?
Bruce, please. And I'm fine, thank you.
I'll have a scotch. She wants to study criminology, you know.
Just like her old man.
Yeah, it's a dangerous profession. She's a very gifted young woman. I'd feel better if I knew she had a good husband taking care of her.
I wish her the best of luck.
You're not tying the knot anytime soon now, are you, Bruce?
Jim, I'm 25 and the wealthiest man in Gotham. Why buy a cat when I can just as freely have my pick of the litter? You know what I mean?
Right. Hello? What? Lambert? You mean the Chemical King? Stabbed to death? Wife's fingerprints on the knife? I'll be right over. Talk about your excitement. Old Lambert has been murdered in his study. I'm on my way over there right now. You care to come along?
Nothing else to do. Might as well.
Any thoughts, Commissioner?
Just one, Ken. Don't you have any crimes to cover in Metropolis?
Well, actually, no. Ever since you-know-who left into town.
It's a damned epidemic. I'm finished here. Let me talk to Mrs. Lambert.
Swisser.
Believe me, I didn't do it.
Calm yourself, ma'am, and tell me all about it.
Well, sir, tonight I came home early.
From where?
Is that so important?
Please, miss.
I was making an appearance at the Flugenheim Museum charity gala.
With an escort?
If it's at all relevant, I was a guest of Tony Zuko, a charitable donor.
And the city's biggest crime boss.
Now, what happened after you arrived at home?
So, as I was passing the library, I heard a groan. I rushed in and there was Daddy!
Daddy? Of course. Continue.
My husband was lying on the floor with a knife in him. As I rushed in, I got the impression of something leaping out the window. I also noticed that my husband's safe was opened.
The contract! The contract!
And then he died! That's how I got my fingerprints on the knife. That's the truth, Commissioner.
Off the top of your head, did your husband have any enemies or people interested in his business dealings?
Not that I know of. Except his 3 former business partners. I believe their names were Stephen Crane, Paul Rogers, and Alfred Stryker.
Excuse me, Commissioner. A man named Stephen Crane calling to talk to Mr. Lambert. Told him the old guy wasn't available, and got pretty excited. We'll talk to you.
This is Police Commissioner Gordon. What's the trouble?
Yesterday, Mr. Lambert called me and told me that he received a threat on his life from somebody calling himself the Red Hood. And today, I got the same call. That's why we're talking. It's because I think I'm going to be next.
Wait, and
don't let anyone in until we can get there.
Yeah. Whatever you say. You're the commissioner.
So, Jim, I'm going to have to leave you to finish your work. I'm afraid the foie gras sitting in the kitchen, positively abysmal, and it's not doing my body any favors, so best I call it a night.
Can't get good help anymore. Huh?
Apparently not. Dinner on Monday.
Dinner. Delighted.
Yes, sir.
Till then. Careful out there. The fog is ghastly.
I think I can handle it.
The shadow, Lamont Cranston, a man of wealth, a student of science, and a master of other people's minds, devotes his life to righting wrongs, protecting the innocent, and punishing the guilty. Cranston is known...
If you show me what you took, I may just hand you over to those police down there.
Commissioner, listen. Up there. That's our man. It's gotta be. Get up there while I summon backup.
We'll do it your way.
Stop! It's a contract.
500 High Meadow. Now! You found Crane? Most of him.
Commissioner, I saw him, I swear. I swear. He was up there and he just vanished in a puff of smoke like some kind of spook or something.
That's 2 partners dead out of the 4 who received death threats.
You sure you didn't see where he went?
No, but I think I know where he'll be. Time to pay Rogers a visit.
Good God, Jennings!
Rogers, what brings you to the lab at this hour?
I have to see Stryker right away. Some maniac is picking us off.
Unbelievable.
All over the radio, they're saying that Lambert and Crane were butchered in their homes.
Oh, good heavens.
We have to see Stryker immediately. One of us could be next.
Right, come on in.
Hey, boss. Sorry to bother you.
What is it, Mr. Jennings?
We have a guest downstairs.
Rogers. Take care of him immediately. The acid should make quick work of his remains.
You're not gonna kill me? Oh, thank God. Jennings has gone completely insane. He said this gas chamber was used for animal testing.
What are you gonna do?
What is the...
Hear the coyote yell away out on the plains. See the buffalo watch them turn and go at the rattle of our train. See the phantom Indian warrior with paint and feathers rare. In the land of sand everything is grand, you wish that I was there. Where the great big moon is shining through the great big evergreens. Where the melting snows come trickling down through icy mountain streams. Where the little stars play hide and seek and the sun's first rays kiss old Pike's Peak. Where the great big moon is shining through the great big evergreens.
hell are you supposed to be?
Where the great big moon is shining through the great big evergreen, where the melting snow comes trickling down through icy mountain streams, where the little stars play hide and seek and the sun's first rays get so past peak, where the great big moon is shining through the great big evergreen.
You're tougher, little guy. Say, you're that rich, pretty boy. What? I said what? Ah!
What the hell is going on down there?
Is that you, Paul? Stryker?
Yeah.
Yes. And one piece, I might add. You're a King Kong of an assistant just trying to kill me.
I'm at a loss. I don't know. Give me a moment and I'll be right down.
Well, I hope you brought your keys. You've been bolted in.
Shame that big bastard couldn't do what I asked. But nobody ever became a captain of industry by letting everyone else do all that. I hope you like warm baths. You'll be taking a dip in one of those acid tanks below.
What the hell is wrong with you?
You've always been a little weasel, Rogers, and it's about time you popped. A fitting end for his kind.
Why is everyone trying to kill me today?
You and the others are partners at the Apex Chemical Corporation. That rat, Stryker, had you sign contracts to pay a large monthly sum of money to each of you until he became the sole owner.
That was a secret agreement between the four of us. How did you know?
I found this on one of his killers. If he bumped you off, there'd be no one to pay. Shifting the blame towards the Red Hood, no one to pin it on.
Look, this is a lot to take in. But if there's any way I can repay you, I really hope someone unlocked that door.
Yes, and that was that. But once again, the bat was nowhere to be found.
You know, your ghost stories are getting so good, I could almost see you writing for the Saturday Evening Post.
I'm more of a Robert E. Howard guy myself.
So the Batman was picking off the Apex gang.
No, believe it or not, it seems like he was actually trying to help.
You're right, I don't believe you.
Here's the twist. It was Alfred Stryker all along.
Alfred Stryker is the Batman.
No, Stryker is the Red Hood.
How'd you come to that conclusion?
He signed a full confession.
Come again?
He's in a holding cell downstairs. We caught the rat just as he was making a break from the chemical plant.
I'm a little confused, Jim.
And I'm a little surprised, Bruce. You've never seemed so invested in one of my ghost stories.
Well, what can I say? This one's a little bit more intriguing than most. What exactly happened?
This is the real kicker. When he heard something was wrong, Stryker dressed some half-wit janitor at the plant in his Red Hood getup. He was able to fool Rogers by announcing his presence over the factory's loudspeaker, with the other guy as a patsy.
What happened to him? The janitor.
The Batman knocked him into a tank of corrosive chemicals. We drained the vats, but nothing was left of the poor soul. You all right, old chum?
I'm fine. Your ghost stories are getting a little bit too gruesome for my tastes.
Unfortunately, that's how this game usually plays out. If the Batman wasn't poking around, the poor bastard might still be alive. Then again, Rogers would be just as dead as Crane and Lambert. Which is why he should either get out of the way and let my men do their job, or at least let me deputize him.
It's Bullock.
Bruce, would you mind getting that?
Hey, wait. Weren't you at the Lambert house last night?
Briefly, I was just giving the commissioner a ride.
Yeah, I thought you looked familiar. Detective Harvey Bullock.
Bruce Wayne, amateur sleuth.
Part-time prize fighter?
That's a riding accident on Long Island.
Anyway. Commissioner.
So talk to me about the Batman?
Yeah, Batman. Well, he wears this cape, and he's got this hood. He's got all these gadgets. He's just pulling out of nowhere. He's really good at fighting.
Where did he come from?
You don't have no idea. He just appeared out of nowhere.
And he misplaced the 3-year-old kid. I sent a couple of squads over to comb the area, but it sounds like a bona fide kidnapping to me.
So, when was this?
Just before I knocked, I just got off the phone.
Say, Bruce.
Everything all right?
Rarely is. Some serious business over at the Madison estate.
I know them. Councilman Madison's a good man.
Yes, well, I'm afraid we're going to have to postpone our lunch. I'm heading over that way myself.
Actually, I hate to be a bother, but they're close family friends. Do you mind if I drop by later?
You can ride along with us.
If it's all the same, I think I'll take my own car.
Isn't this just lovely? I could lie here forever.
I ain't complaining, no face.
Say,
What's the matter? I ain't a good enough kisser?
is that what I think it is? Sweetie, we should really call the cops.
Why? Maybe the guy ain't... Say, you're studying to be a nurse. Check his pulse.
Oh my. He's alive. Honey, go grab the towel. The poor guy is soaking wet.
do to her?
Hurry up there, old-timer. Take it easy. There you go. Gloves! What the hell are you still doing back there? What's the matter? Getting tired already? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
I did everything you asked. May I please leave?
Of course. Why not just ask?
Yo me burlé de vos porque no te entendí ni comprendí tu dolor. Tuve la sensación de que tu canto cruel lo habías robado a Antonio. Recién comprendo bien la desesperación que te revuelve al gemir. Sos una oruga que quiso ser mariposa antes de morir. Fuego abandoneó la que me confió. El dolor de fracaso que hay en tu gemir. Porque el mundo de la vida pura y sin perdón, del que soñé volar y arrastra su ilusión llorando. Igual que vos soñé, igual que vos viví, sin alcanzar mi ambición. Alma del bandoneón, alma que arrastro en mí, con elegancia y amor.
Bruce. Bruce, why do you do this to yourself every single night? Because I won't let what happened to Mom and to you happen to another innocent person in my city again. Excuse me, officer? Do you know if Commissioner Gordon's been here yet?
He was here earlier. He just got called back out.
Everything was as it always is around here.
So what you're telling me is, it was just you and the kid here by yourselves at the time?
Yes, sir. Mr. Madison was at work, and Mrs. Madison's out of town visiting her folks. Just me and little Jackie.
Then who's that fella in the dining room?
That's Billy. He's the gardener.
Well, you just told me that you and the kid were here by yourselves.
The garden's outside.
It's a nice place you got. Pretty easy to get distracted. Guess that's a decent excuse for taking your eyes off the kid, huh?
The milkman came by.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Excuse me, detective. Do you mind if I maybe...
You know, since this isn't an armchair investigation, I do.
How you doing, Beulah?
I've been better, Mr. Wayne.
Well, we all have. That's why the detective here is being a little bit difficult.
Don't I know it?
Are you sure there's nothing that maybe you're overlooking? Maybe you did something different from your normal ritual?
About earlier.
Thanks, Mr. Wayne. I'll take it from here.
Well, I'll be around if you need anything, okay?
So the milkman came by. What happened after that?
Well, now, I left Jackie in his room because he was getting a little cranky and wanted to take his after breakfast nap. As I was tucking him in, I heard a doorbell ringing.
And what time was that?
I reckon around 10:30. As I went back in, Jackie was gone. I looked everywhere before calling Mr. Madison.
You didn't hear any kind of noises coming from his room, screaming, nothing like that?
No, sir.
The milkman, what is he, the usual guy?
Actually, it wasn't. It was a new gentleman.
Colored?
No, sir. White man. He said Paul, the usual man, was out sick this week.
What did he look like?
Very tall, dark hair. He was friendly, but he smelled kind of boozy.
This is ridiculous. This is outrageous. All of these officers and you can't even find a misplaced toddler?
Mr. Councilman, look, my men have been here and on patrol since we got the call, okay? So far there's not been a sign of violence, and that's a good start. Answer it. You got another phone nearby?
Yes, one in the kitchen and one upstairs. Hello, this is Madison.
Well, just the man I wanted to talk to. You sitting down?
No? Who is this?
Well, you might want to get comfortable and tell those coppers they can give it a rest wandering the property.
I implore you, if you know where my son is, please help bring him back.
We're getting ahead of ourselves now, Councilman. But that is the general idea.
What do you want?
What do I want? $70,000, cash. Councilman, I think there's a deadline.
No, wait. If you can guarantee his return, you'll get the money.
You are a reasonable man. I assure you that your boy here is fine. But after Tuesday at 10 p.m., I can't promise he'll stay that way.
Tuesday? How do you expect me to come up with that money in 2 days?
A powerful politician like you, in a beautiful home like that, I'm sure you'll manage.
And where's this outrageous ransom supposed to be delivered to?
There'll be a man at the park at the intersection of Paisley and Adams to pick up our pay. After it's counted, and not a buck too short, then Jackie here will be delivered to your house.
Which park was that? Hello? Hello?
Don't worry, Councilman. I've got all the information down. We'll place some undercover men around the neighborhood from now until then, just in case there's any suspicious activity.
My son is my world. And with the state that the economy is in, all my finances are tied up in investments. 2 days is cutting it close.
How much you need?
Bruce! Good to see you again, son.
It's been a long time. Sorry about the circumstances.
Thanks.
Look, I know it's probably not saying much, but I have a pretty good feeling that Jackie will be found.
Are you a police officer now?
No, but I am a precinct sponsor, if that counts, and I feel like you're in good hands. I'm sorry to hold you guys up with your investigation or whatever it is you police officers do, but I am going to head out. I have some business to tend to at the office, so...
Thanks for dropping by, Bruce.
Yeah, no, it was great.
It's all the same to you, Councilman. I'd like to take the nanny downtown for further questioning.
Beulah? Why? She's been part of this family since my grown daughter was a kid.
I understand that, but she was the last person to see your son. Maybe there's a detail she's leaving out, or something that one of the guys downtown can help get out of her.
If you think that's best, but has the gardener seen anything?
Officer Edwards!
Yes, Detective.
What do you got out of Green Thumb in there?
He seems a bit slow. Like he's not 100%, you know? But he seems harmless enough.
Should we take him downtown?
I don't know. He can barely string a sentence together.
Bruce!
Julie!
What is wrong with you? Haven't seen you in 5 years and the first thing you do is tear my arm off?
I am so sorry.
Is that how they treat ladies in China? And why are you out here digging up the flowers?
Botany is a little bit of a new hobby I picked up.
Well, you always did know how to handle a flower.
Well, if you're free later, I can show you how I...
Bruce, why are the police here?
You don't know.
I'm filming a Basil Carlo horror picture at the studios when I get an urgent call from Dad. He didn't want to tell me what was wrong.
Julie, darling, it's your kid brother. Look, he's not hurt. We just don't know where he is right now.
How? And why are you just standing around out here?
I'm sorry, the police procedure gets me a little lightheaded.
Open up, Ed. It's just me.
Shh. What the hell's wrong with you? We can't be using names with you-know-who in there.
Don't be mad at me. I brought food for the little one.
I'm not mad at you. We just have to be careful. Here, wear this the next time you're around him.
Oh, but he already knows me.
That's the point. Did you get the whiskey I asked?
World's finest. Your favorite.
You just gotta take it easy. It's gonna be a long couple of days.
Sleep tight. Now what brings so terrible a trio to my city? I can see why you chose the fox. Stand down.
Way up above.
Handsome, but short.
Even spiritual revolutions can be a costly endeavor. Where is the rest?
These two fools triggered the alarm and were caught before...
Yes, fools. Which is why I have eyes following them on land, sea, and air. Where is my watchful vulture?
I'm sorry, my lord. He fell in a skirmish.
My personal assassin was killed by a policeman.
No, master. He was a mighty warrior, trained in our arts. He left this note, and this.
I appreciate his sense of pageantry.
Well, I didn't know he was invited to a cross burning.
Explain yourselves.
Well, apologies for the mix-up. It would have been fine if it hadn't been for this mute moron who thought he'd be more useful bagging the loot than keeping a lookout. Maybe if you'd have kept your eyes open, I wouldn't have had to pop the old man.
For this, Richard, you will be punished accordingly.
Hey! I promise we'll pay you back. Honest, we'll... Look, okay, I got a kid, and...
Take him to the cellar.
Jackie!
Yes?
Good morning, good morning.
It's great to stay up late. Good morning, good morning.
To you.
I waited all night.
Yeah, I saw. I'm mighty impressed.
Why didn't you take the money?
What?
And get sworn by the city's finest? I told you.
I don't play games.
Listen here, you psychopath. If you hurt Jackie, I swear it'll be the worst mistake you ever make.
Ooh, my, oh my.
Is this the movie star?
That's right. In Hollywood, we have guys who take care of creeps like you.
Well, when Humphrey Bogart shows up on the scene, I'll be sure to ask him for his autograph. Listen, lady.
You got nothing to worry about. In fact, you'll be thanking me.
Talk straight, you mug.
I decided to babysit just a little bit longer, free of charge.
Why?
Let's just say a new business venture fell into my lap. And if things go the way that I want them to, your daddy's briefcase might as well be chump change. Jackie, well,
He's just collateral. Awful business. That Cyrus Gold University student murdered by her own boyfriend.
At least there's one mug we were able to take off the streets.
I understand they can't find a motive.
People going around blaming green-haired clowns popping up out of the river don't exactly make a case for a sound mind, you know?
What's the word on the Madison case?
Phone's ringing off the hooks. Every citizen living next door to a crying baby thinks that their neighbor is Gotham's most wanted.
What about the housekeeper?
She seems on the level, but with the stories the papers are pushing, she's probably better off in custody than on the streets.
If I remember correctly, that was your call.
One I stand by. Now, we looked into her story, and there was a milk truck that was stolen on the night of the disappearance. It was found down by the docks. No fingerprints on it, though.
Brighten up, Pop. These strawberries have your name on them.
Would it kill me to get some bacon and eggs?
Well, with your cholesterol.
Good morning, Miss Barbara. Do you mind?
Go ahead. Have you tried ringing up your friend? That flying spook.
The Batman?
Him. Why's he gotta be my friend all of a sudden?
You're the only one on the force to get a good look at him.
The day I turn to a loony in a costume to do my work for me is the day I turn in my badge.
Now, keep that in mind. Any other theories?
Where the kid's at? Off the record?
Go right ahead.
Honestly, I think he's probably at the bottom of the swamp by now.
Detective.
Sorry, Babs. Commissioner. I just remembered, I got a dentist appointment I gotta get to. Got a foot taken out of my mouth. Enjoy your breakfast.
Well, Harvey's a charmer. Are you all right?
For the first time in my career, I don't know what we're supposed to do next.
You asking little old me for my opinion?
No. Trust your old man. Keeping you away from what I do is healthier for everyone. Sweetheart, you're the smartest, most capable person I know. But you haven't been around long enough to process certain things the way you might do when you reach my age.
I can try.
You really want to?
Sure.
Have you ever imagined losing your own flesh and blood? One day, out of the blue, a responsibility that God Almighty himself put in your lap. Turn your head for an instant, and it's gone. You stay awake day and night, paralyzed with anxiety and dread, not knowing what will be on the other end of that telephone ring. Then one day they tell you, some dogs sniffing about in the woods, they find something, pull out what they can from the soft and worm-infested dirt, something small and innocent and incomplete.
Look, Pop, you won't let it get to that. Your buddy Bruce Wayne seems to have a lot of resources. Maybe he can help to raise awareness. Throw a fundraiser, something?
Yeah, I haven't actually seen Bruce in a few days now.
Well, I thought all he did was socialize.
I was supposed to see him at Shrek's department store Christmas gala, but we never connected.
Don't all rich people have butlers or servants who keep track of them?
One would think.
When was the last time you saw him?
Just before the Madison incident broke, he used to be close with their daughter.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, this is Officer Craig.
May I ask who I'm speaking to?
This is Julie Madison.
Like the actress?
The one and only.
Wow. Listen.
The investigation is running full steam, but we're wondering if you've heard from Bruce Wayne. Do you know him?
You think he's mixed up in all this?
Heavens, no.
It's just that he's been missing from work, and you were the last person he was seen with.
Bruce, work. That's a laugh. You know, this isn't the first time he's disappeared.
Is that so?
Last time he just went to Asia without telling anyone.
How did he behave when you saw him recently?
He's always been a bit of an odd duck, but he was just as shaken up by the kidnapping as any of us.
Odd duck?
I mean, he was digging up my flowers.
Lucky gal.
Excuse me?
Is that all?
He also promised to take
Me to dinner the next night, but never showed up.
I see. What's your address again?
1714 Athena Road.
Don't you have that on file?
Thank you for your cooperation.
Of course.
And by the way,
I loved your work in Curse of the Clay Face.
Good morning, good morning. We've danced the whole night through. Good morning to you. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning.
Hey, Kitty. What happened to last month's rent, huh?
I'm sorry, Mr. Crabtree. Factory work dries up this time of year.
What is it that you do exactly?
Well, maybe if I showed you, you'd let it slide. The late fees, I mean.
As intriguing as that sounds, unfortunately, I have kids to feed. If that check isn't on my desk by tomorrow morning, those strays of yours, I'm gonna sell them to Mr. Chang's down the street.
Sell it, Ma, sell it. Good morning, my darling.
Tomorrow morning.
I'm in the bathroom.
I can tell. How much longer are you going to be? Dr. Tompkins is expecting us for dinner.
I'm sorry, Pop. It's, Cassie's having a sleepover tonight. It's her birthday.
You need a ride?
I can manage. Thanks, though.
Love you, Pumpkin.
Love you too, Dad. What?
Have you seen my winter gloves?
Cloud appears in the blue. Remember, somewhere the sun is shining, and so the right thing to do is make it shine for you. A heart full of joy and gladness will always banish sadness and strife. So always look for the silver lining and try to find the sunny side of life.
Come on, Eddie. Why can't you let the little fella go? This is all my fault. He keeps crying and crying and crying. Can't take care of a baby. Just let him go.
You played a two-handed game, saying second-handed love I can't see. It's some, but not for me. You can't be mine, and someone else's too. My, yes, that was really solid, bud. Hello.
Night's young. Still time for another round.
You ain't such a bad dish. Might even be good. If you try a little harder.
Say, do I look like I'm running a charity? You're lucky. I usually charge double for this.
Stop it! You're gonna kill him! Do you think the cops will cut you a break?
Oh, don't worry about me, little mouse. Well, he definitely finished.
Sorrow and scandal strike Gotham City. The nation holds vigil for Gotham's very own Jackie Madison. Missing since Christmas Eve, police have been scouring the state for leads. But no evidence of the child has been found, dead or alive. Authorities remain hopeful. One beacon of hope in such dark times is the meteoric rise of Reverend Michael Monk, pastor of Gotham's Lazarus Ministries. Thousands of believers have flocked from all over the United States to see the charismatic preacher perform what some are calling modern-day miracles. Though many skeptics consider Monk a sideshow charlatan, those who have witnessed his faith healing firsthand say it defies explanation.
Jesus himself said, through man, it's just not happening. Only through God himself are all things made possible. Now, I may be just a man, but I'm here to make the call.
In other news, socialite and philanthropist Bruce Wayne has also been reported missing, leading some to speculate a connection with the Madison disappearance. The 25-year-old, known as much for his wild partying as his fiscal generosity, had only just returned to Gotham after an extended business trip in the Orient.
First, First off, I would like to thank my Wayne Enterprises family for welcoming me back with open arms, especially Philip Wayne for keeping the company afloat in my absence. Sorry. Though my position as chairman is purely ceremonial, I hope to devote as much time, and let's face it, dough, as I can, investing in our health, sciences, and technologies divisions to ensure a higher quality of living for every citizen, regardless of race, religion, or social class. Thank you.
Though friends and gossip columnists suggest Wayne is out on a well-deserved bender, some voice their concern when he failed to appear at several important functions. Though his life is privileged, this young man is no stranger to tragedy. You may recall an incident almost 20 years ago when his parents, Dr. Thomas Wayne and Martha Vega Wayne, the Texas oil heiress, were murdered in what is now dubbed Crime Alley. To this day, a suspect was never caught.
Bruce? Do you think I'm as pretty as Claudette Colbert?
Want me to be perfectly honest? Hey, you're much prettier.
I'll take it. You wouldn't look too bad in a suit of Roman armor yourself.
Oh yeah? Look, I ain't blowing smoke. One of these days, I'm gonna see you up there on the big screen.
I kind of like this stage. You can't beat the feeling of a good audience's energy. Say, let's take a shortcut.
Nope.
You're not the one with the physics exam tomorrow. Bruce!
When Christ came down from the mountainside, a tremendous crowd followed him.
Much has already been written about your fast-growing congregation. What do you think your appeal is?
One man, stricken with leprosy, came and knelt down before him and said, "Lord, if you're willing, you can make me clean."
War is ravaging Europe. American streets are overrun with poverty, alcohol, drugs. Our government's in the pockets of racketeers, globalists. The American people, the salt-of-the-earth type folks, are just looking for a return to their spiritual roots.
Jesus reached out his hand and touched the man. "I am willing," he said. "Be clean." And immediately his leprosy was gone.
You mentioned racketeering. Gotham has, by far, the highest crime rate of any city in the United States. Why base your ministry here?
The darker the shadow, the brighter the light. People need to remember that Jesus of Nazareth didn't rub elbows with the upper crust of the Roman society. He was eating with the whores, the lepers, the tax collectors, people that needed him most.
Now, what the gospel suggests, my friends, is that not only was that poor man purged of his affliction, he was also cleansed, both physically and spiritually.
What about those citizens claiming to do good, like the Batman?
I applaud any citizen's will to fight for what he believes in, but that doesn't mean we should put him on a pedestal. Our faith belongs to the big guy in the sky.
It's not enough to be in good health if you don't have that peace of mind that only a relationship with the Creator can give you. Do not put your faith in the golden calves conjured by the tax collectors of Hollywood. These idols splashed across the front pages of the Jewish-ran newspapers. These so-called superheroes are merely false prophets, wolves in sheep's clothing. Or should I say spandex?
I thank you for your time, Reverend.
Mr. Kent, God bless.
You all right?
You've got an unusual energy about you. Where did you say you were from?
Oh, just some small town in Kansas.
Originally? What you've witnessed today is not of my doing. I am merely a conduit to a power that is older and greater than any speeding bullet or locomotive. That power is my faith. Come on, let's scram!
What were you thinking back there?
I don't suppose I was.
Your eyes. You turned into some kind of wild animal.
Is that right?
If you won't see a doctor, I can call you a cab.
Why? You're pretty good at taking care of me.
Dad will be here any minute.
I doubt it. I've seen his lady friend.
I'm glad you approve of my new stepmom.
Not as much as I approve of you.
You need to get to bed.
What's the idea?
Welcome back, Mr. Wayne.
Are we gonna get him to a hospital or something? We can't just leave him here. I'm not gonna help you dispose of a body. Quit your belly aching. He's still breathing.
You're a pretty tough dame.
Can't say I've ever been called tough.
You kidding me? And those kicks? What are you, one of them super folk?
What can I say? Dad's a police officer.
Is this some kind of sting operation?
Could be.
Hey, I know my rights.
Not for you. I'm looking for someone who lives in the building.
Oh. Afraid I'm kind of new in town. Don't have many acquaintances.
Well, have you seen a smaller guy? Serious face? Acts a little odd.
You just described most of the men in my life.
I should go.
Wait a second. I saw a couple of guys move in a few weeks ago. One of them could have been the odd type.
Would you take me to him?
I suppose I owe you one.
Thanks.
Could you get dressed?
I can't feel anything.
You best be thanking God for that. You took more damage than a Darwin College running back.
Wait, does that mean?
No, you're not paralyzed. Just pumped up so full of anesthesia it'd make a tiger go stiff.
How long have I been here?
About a year.
What?
New Year's Eve was a couple of days ago.
You a doctor or a comedian?
You might want to conserve your energy. You were found with several lacerations, most prominently on your chest and leg, and some truly awful bruising. Sprained right arm, possibly broken ankles, and a particularly nasty gash in your side. Yeah, it's a good thing you have your pearly whites. Can you move that good arm? Motor skills look good.
What's with the masks?
Observational skills are pretty good too. Well, as you can see, we don't have the most hygienic facilities at our disposal. Keeps the air lightly filtered.
You deliver babies here too?
Well, that's one way to put it.
Well, I appreciate your patching me up, but I wouldn't mind a trip to the hospital either.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to take you. Our truck's just right outside.
Great. Of course, I'm happy to reimburse you.
I am just overjoyed that we are on the same page.
Okay.
I'll tell my associate to grab the wheelchair just as soon as we come to an agreement.
I'm sorry. I thought we just did.
Yeah, well, that little ambulance trip is going to cost you a cool 500.
Done.
$1,000.
Who the fuck do you think I am? Howard Hughes?
Oh, not at all. I think you're someone much more in demand.
What exactly are you trying to blackmail me with?
Oh, Mr. Wayne, Mr. Wayne. For someone who strikes fear into the hearts of those on the other side of the law, you're pretty good at playing dumb, Batman.
You know, I'm Bruce Wayne. I always pay cash and bang starlets. Not always in that order.
Well, that doesn't change the fact that I pulled you out of that dumpster in full superhero regalia.
You found me when? Christmas Eve? I was on my way to Shrek's department store. They throw a masquerade ball every year.
Yeah, well, that's uptown.
What can I say? I like to get the party started a little early, and there's a hell of a view from here. Had a little too much to drink. Must have took a wrong step.
Well, have it your way. I'm sure the Daily Star would love to have photos of you in that Batman get-up, regardless.
I've cocked up in less reputable periodicals.
Well, there's only so much I can do here. It looks like you lost a lot of blood before taking that dumpster dive.
If I really was the Batman, wouldn't I be able to fix that by splitting your neck open and draining yours?
I never believed much in the supernatural. Well, even that Superman fella, he's just another nut job in colorful tights. It probably has springs in his boots.
Not a bad idea.
What's that?
I was into that sort of thing.
You're only wasting your time, son.
Look, a good businessman isn't going to write checks for $500,000 to every deadbeat who threatens him with a dead hooker. Get me to hospital, I'll give you $1,000.
You seem to be under the impression that this is some kind of negotiation. Your options are thus. I can pull out those stitches and let you bleed out like a stuck pig, or we can take a trip down to your local bank and withdraw some of that warm trust fund bread.
You're obviously a clever guy. Why you're working out of a dump is beyond me, but you seem to know your stuff.
I was a professional surgeon once.
Huh. I usually respect doctors.
Yeah, because of your old man?
What?
Yeah, Thomas Wayne, M.D. Yeah, he's a pretty good guy.
You guys are chums? He owe you money?
Nothing like that. We crossed paths at the old West Memorial Hospital. He was a devoted physician. A real healer.
Is that why you had to go and put a bullet in his head?
No. I could take credit for a lot of sick stuff. But that wasn't me.
Might as well have been. Just another loser with nothing to live for. Taking out his frustrations on his betters.
Oh, so is that why? Yeah, the whole Lone Ranger routine.
You're a psychiatrist too? Should be rolling in dough.
What you thinking about now?
Besides Claudia Colbert?
Bruce, there's something I've been meaning to tell you.
Oh, you certainly have me by my attention.
I'm pregnant.
How?
If you stayed awake in biology.
All right, you win. You're prettier and a much better actress.
I just wanted to see what you do. Hey, where'd you learn to fight like that? Back there?
I don't know, I spent a little time on the streets.
With your family still?
Well, my Uncle Philip took care of that in a trust fund. I, on the other hand, bounced around a bit.
Sorry, didn't know you was the Jack Dempsey type.
Nothing doing. In the ring, they call me Matches Malone.
That explains why you sound like one of those Brooklyn guineas.
Maybe there's a lot more you ain't know about me.
I don't have to know everything to like you.
There's a woman here to see you, Pastor.
How is she?
Right this way, madame.
Michael Monk.
Julie.
Is that silver by chance?
Yes, why do you ask?
Just a bit of an allergy.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're much younger than I imagined.
I assure you, I'm much older than you'd expect. What can I do for you, my child?
Look, I wasn't raised particularly religious, but I'm in a bit of a jam and I don't know who to talk to.
God isn't religious either. You're in good company. Apologies. Yes, what is it?
I'm sorry, Pastor, we ran out of flyers.
There should be some in my top drawer. Leave one for Miss Julie.
Thank you.
What would you like to talk about?
I used to know better than anyone that life has a habit of throwing curveballs.
What was it? Arthritis? Botched operation?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah?
Bring over the little bundle of joy. Hey, this little guy look familiar at all?
I don't know. I haven't picked up the Gerber label.
Well, you might not care about what happens to you, but there's a family uptown who might be a little sore if anything happens to this little fella.
Never liked kids much.
Maybe you'll be a little bit more agreeable after a nap.
He seems fine.
I wasn't talking to the baby.
Gentlemen, I didn't say I wouldn't oblige, but you two guys are going about it all wrong. First off, you already know me. What do I call you two?
Hi, I'm Billy. And this is my brother.
Hey, go wait in the other room!
What are you doing? Making a phosphate?
I trust I shall. Peace be with you. Wa alaikum assalam, Maurice.
You dare enter when that door is closed!
I'm the keeper of this house of the Lord. May I help you, brother?
Am I your brother?
We're brothers and sisters in Christ. What can I do for you, mister?
I don't remember my name. I don't remember much of anything.
What do you remember?
Burning. All over. A woman. Pain.
Fire.
Chemicals. A bubbling cauldron. It stripped my skin. Twisted my face.
Sounds to me like you were born again.
Do you think this is a joke?
I think it's a miracle that you're here. Let me heal you.
Sorry, Padre. Can't remember why I did that either. But it seemed pretty funny at the time.
You're good. I know a few magic tricks myself.
You've made a terrible mistake.
This town ain't ready for me yet.
Don't be mad at me. I brought food for the little one.
I'm not mad at to be careful. Did you get the whiskey I asked?
World's finest. Your favorite.
You just gotta take it easy. It's gonna be a long couple of days.
Moron in there is the only lottery ticket that we will ever need. All we have to do is cash in and wait and let it be. But you had to be so damn friendly, and because of that, I gotta put a bullet in his brain.
What about Jackie?
What about Jackie? I don't think I have to tell you.
You sure you're on the level? You've been knocking on every door on this floor.
I probably have at some point. I'm not good at remembering numbers. Faces, I know.
Do you want me to get that?
No. You've done enough damage already.
What about your bandana?
Yeah. But is it the hardest working lady in this dump?
Just checking on my new neighbor. I thought you boys lived on the 3rd floor.
No, we needed more space.
You boys settled in?
Oh, we're settled in just fine, Kitty.
You're not even going to invite a lady and her friend in for a drink?
Well, as tempting as that is, I'm in the middle of something.
Would you like to be in the middle of something else? What about your cute brother? You two are brothers, right?
It's something like that.
Maybe I'm clawing up the wrong tree.
Hey, wait a second. Don't hurt my feelings. After all the fun that we've had.
Now that's the James I know.
You know, I could pay you both to leave, but since I'm paying, I might as well just bring the party to your place.
Now you're talking.
Just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Well,
in the apartment. That was definitely the guy.
You sure?
I can't forget a mug like that.
What the hell are you doing? Walking around here when I told you to be quiet.
I got thirsty.
Well, listen, I'm gonna go out for a bit. You make sure the baby doesn't die.
But what about the Batman?
That's what I meant. Oh, and if he wakes up, you don't have to engage him in any way.
Where are you going?
If I told you, you'd probably call up a seance and tattle to Mom.
He's not very nice to you, is he? Thanks. Is he really your brother? I never had any siblings. I suppose I always wanted to when I was a kid. But the older I got, I guess I appreciated the privacy more. Now, if I had my brother talk to me like that, I'd knock his block off.
You shut up. I know what you're trying to do.
Hey fella, look, I'm just sore, bored, and I want to get home to my dog.
You have a dog?
That's all I got. Except for the mansion.
What kind of dog?
German Shepherd. He's just a pup.
Eddie never lets me have pets.
Eddie. If you don't want to talk, that's fine too.
Ed's real smart. Maybe I shouldn't take care of a pet. I can't even take care of me. Ed's all I got ever since Mother went to go be with the angels.
My mom's with them too.
Are you really the Batman?
If I was, you think you could have caught me?
I don't know. I told Eddie that costume was too ugly to be the real thing.
Hey, when you found me, was I wearing a belt?
There's some blood there.
Oh, I spilled a tube of lipstick. You've been hanging with the wrong crowd so long. You're hallucinating.
I guess so.
I don't like to share.
Oh.
She can watch.
Okay.
That's a funny belt.
Hey, please see it.
What are you looking for?
Just my nerve medication.
Is this
eggs? Ed said you have a wheelchair?
Oh, Eddie kept a lot of stuff since when he used to work at the hospital.
You don't mind me asking, Billy, why did he quit?
Well, he and Mother were pretty close. When she passed and couldn't take care of me anymore, he started drinking.
On the job?
It made him sick. He couldn't concentrate.
What happened to his patients?
He had a hard time with the cutting. Sometimes they didn't make it. He's back. Who are you?
Up!
Don't hurt the baby.
Where's your phone? Bruce Wayne?
Gordon's kid?
You have got to get that child out of here.
I'm calling the police. Operator, get me the police. I found baby Jackie.
So you two just moved here?
Mm.
I'm not from the city myself.
Yeah.
Where'd you two come from?
Upstairs.
All right, wise guy. I see how it is. But no mother, no father?
No.
No other brothers or even a sister?
Nope.
Must be lonely. Just you two.
Two. Hey, where's your friend at?
She's...
I mean, there's no way I'm getting away to paying for two just for one.
She's checking on her kid.
You have a really bad fever. How did you even get yourself in this mess?
It's a long story.
Yeah, here.
Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3.
What? Bruce, what?
Get the kid! Come on!
Sorry, Bruce. I really didn't want it to get to this point. Either the bank opens, or her skull does. Oh, son of a bitch! You think you're brave?
No, I'm bold.
Sergeant Sprang, I need 2 men at every entrance. Hernandez, get an officer at every stairwell and elevator. Rogers, you're coming with me. Since we're on the edge of town, Peppermint BD boys are already here. We've got a few more Gotham boys on the way.
Oh, thank goodness you guys are here. I assure you boys, gunshots and screams, it's not usually how it is in this fine establishment.
All right. What's the quickest way to room 21?
Just take the stairs over there.
Rogers.
Barbara? Come on, kiddo, you gotta wake up. Honey, here. Hey, come on, kiddo. We gotta scram, all right? Can you get up?
I think...
did you take a bad fall? What's this stuff in the air?
Wait, oh my god, there's a baby. Jackie?
It's okay. I know. Shh. I got you. It's okay. I know. Come on, baby. Come on, I got you.
Bruce, are you okay?
I'll be fine. Just get out of here, okay? Don't let them find you.
Come on, get
Billy.
always knew those two were a couple of no-good creeps. You live around here long enough, you get a sense for that sort of thing.
Well, we certainly appreciate your calling us. You're a real hero, Miss...
Kyle. Selena Kyle.
Well, between you and me, Miss Kyle, I hear that Bruce Wayne is a pretty generous guy. If he pulls through, I'd consider staying in touch if I was you. Classy dame and all.
You're telling me Boris Karloff in there was Bruce Wayne?
I mean, if you prefer a man in uniform. I ain't married.
You ain't married, huh?
Yes, that's when I believe Miss Kyle found me and called the police.
And that's all you remember.
After getting hit by a truck, I'd say that's pretty good.
So this K. Edward Helfern ambushed you outside your home, dressed you up as the Batman, and thought photographing you would be cause enough to blackmail you?
Was that his name?
Uh-huh. Rogue surgeon. Police have been looking for him for years. After accidentally killing 3 patients, the paper started calling him Dr. Death.
Spooky.
May I ask you something off the record?
I won't stand for it. Literally. Go ahead.
You're a wealthy guy with a good jawline who makes his own hours? Why couldn't you be the Batman?
The Batman?
Isn't he 6'4", bulging trapezius muscles, glowing red eyes? Bet he even has great abs, too.
That's what they say.
Well, you're welcome to look.
I think I've got everything I need, Mr. Wayne.
Is that all?
Oh, do you mind if I snap a picture?
Not if you get my good side.
We thought that love was over, that we were really through. I said I didn't love him, that we'd begin anew. And you can all believe me, we sure intended to. But we just couldn't say goodbye. The chair and then the sofa broke right down and cried. The curtain started waving for him to come inside. I tell you confidentially, the tears were hard to hide, and we just couldn't say goodbye. The clock was striking 12 o'clock. It smiled on us below. With folded hands, it seemed to say, we'll miss you if you go. So he came back and kissed me, and when I looked around, the room was singing love songs and dancing up and down. Now we're both so happy, because at last we found that we just couldn't